when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues.
If you bleed blues, then this is the show for you. The BlueNote Fan Report, hosted by the Hawaii Blues fan. Aloha and welcome to the BlueNote Fan Report. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, and you gotta know I'm bleeding blue with you. This is the show that is by a fan, for the fans, and most definitely about you, the fans. This is my power ranking show. After each series of games, I've been ranking the teams, and this is my game for power rankings. Before we get started, how about you give me a little love and you subscribe to this channel, and then you ring the bell. You ring the bell so you'll get the notifications, and throw some thumbs in the air if you like this video. Let me know how you think about these power rankings. I'm thinking about doing them next year on a weekly basis. You gotta let me know though. So how about we get started at number 16. What was that? What was that? Huh? Did you all hear that? That was the sound of the number one team getting swept. Yep, that's right. At 16 and staying there for the remainder of the playoffs are the Tampa Bay Lightning. You get swept and you're the best team in the league, you deserve the bottom. And Mr. Panarin, that little laugh at your buddy, yeah, that was pretty cool, my friend. I applaud you for that move. It's like I suck it. Ooh, I liked it. At number 15, and staying where they were, are the Pittsburgh Penguins. Not the champs anymore. Why, okay. I know they didn't win last year, but everyone had that air about them. They all thought that the Islanders were not going to be the better team, and the Islanders just said, bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. We wanted to spunk that ass. Bye-bye. And that's what they did. So at number 14, this is where my rankings get a little weird. I still have the Hurricanes. Now the thing about this is they haven't played game 4 yet. They'll actually play game 4 today, the 18th, when everyone else is playing game 5. So the rankings when it comes to this, I'm going to try and keep teams close to where they were. However, as you'll see later, teams could move even when they don't play. So, dropping a spot to number 13 are the San Jose Sharks. I even thought about dropping them below the Canes, even though the Canes didn't play. The Sharks are on the verge of losing and they got their butts waxed by the Knights. And I apologize to my Knights fans because last time I put the Sharks in them up twice. Not going to happen this time. At 12, I dropped the Flames 5 spots. Look, they didn't lose bad today. However, they're tied 2-2 and they were up 2-0 late in the third. You kind of laid an egg in my eyes. You're up 2-0 that late. You pulled the Tampa Bay Lightning, and you deserve to drop. You're down at the bottom of the teams that are 2-2 in my book at that point. At 11, dropping 3 spots was the Preds. Nashville got spanked. Notice a trend? Nashville just got spanked today by the Stars. That was just beautiful, man. I loved it. Way to go, Stars. That one is going 7. I'm pretty sure of it. Now, this is where I had a hard time, and I'm going to get pounded, but dropping 4 spots to 10 are the Blues. Now, hear me out. They did not lose by much. They barely lost that game. However, there's some other things going on by other teams that just made me feel like this is where they need to be. So the teams for me that are 8, 9, 10, and 11, and 12 are 8, 9, 10, or pardon me, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are all 2-2. These series are 2-2. This is where these teams belong. And I'm going to leave them there. And I know there's another series that's 2-2, and we'll get to that one in a little bit. Moving up a spot to number 9 was the Stars. Good win today. Tied that series back up. I can't wait to see what happens when you move out to Nashville. Now this one definitely hurts. And I have some Jets fans that are watching my show, believe it or not. And Jets fans, I'm doing you a biggie. Moving up 4 spots to number 8 are the Jets. Now I understand that they snuck by and just got that win. However, they're going back to their building, and that gives them the strength to me. Now I also think it's a weakness. You're going to play tight, and if the Blues can come out and get a couple of goals early, this game could be done early. It's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to it. Now, here's another one where I'm kind of torn. I had to drop the Caps 2 spots to 7, even though they haven't played yet. Well, guy, that doesn't make sense. What are you doing? Well, hear me out. So, the Avs, who are now 1 game away from moving on, jumped up the 5 spots to number 6. A couple people told me they thought I had them too low, and now I agree. That was a pretty good win today. You fought back. You didn't give up. You absolutely proved me wrong. I mean, you've jumped from, I had you at the very bottom all the way up to 6. And you're in the top 8, and you have the chance to move on. I give you a lot of credit. My other big mover were the Knights at 5, jumping 4 spots. Good win. I mean, you have demoralized the Sharks. I said in my setup video that, you know, whatever showgirls you got going in the rooms, keep going, because it's working. That was just demoralizing. You did a wonderful job, and you deserve to be at 5. Now, this is where my rankings get weird. I don't have a 4. I have a tied for 3rd. In 3rd and a tie are the Leafs and the Bruins. Now, this series is 2-2, but I'll tell you what. It could easily be a sweep. It could easily be 3-1, and it could go either way. This is the series to watch. These two teams are playing outstanding, and I would not be surprised if one of those two teams is raising load Stanley at the end of the season. Would not be surprised one bit. I mean, I talked about this a little bit last time, how some people are upset that the way the playoff format is, that you have teams this good playing each other this early. You know what? I think it's even better that you have teams this good playing each other this early. It puts that intensity into the playoffs, and both of these teams deserve to be where they're at. Staying at number 2 are the Columbus Blue Jackets. I absolutely believe this is where they belong. They have done a wonderful job. They have gone out there and earned their rest. Now, just remember, your reward, Columbus, are the teams at number 3. You're going to get either Toronto or Boston. And they're going to be pissed. I love it. I think it's great. And now, at number 1, are the New York Islanders. Yes, I left them at 1. I can't see right now taking them out of that spot. If either the Leafs or the Bruins take a commanding jump and just jump there, maybe I can do that. If Ovechkin and crew do a heck of a job shutting down the Canes in the next 2 games, that could lead them up into that spot because they're a very highly ranked team. and they had more points in the regular season than the Islanders. But right now, this is the way I feel that the teams rank. Now, I asked last time to give me some comments about these rankings, and I didn't get any. Well, I got one. Louis, my buddy from the Knights YouTube, let me know that I forgot the Knights emblem. Sorry, Louis. You know, made a mistake. I'm trying, bud. I'm going to keep doing. Now, these rankings are going to get a little harder to do, being that not all the teams are going to be, every 2 nights, it's not all the teams. There's going to be some 3 nights in there. That's going to mess things up a little bit. However, I'm going to keep going with it. Now, the other thing is, if the Blues are eliminated, do I stop? And no, I'm going to continually to do this throughout the playoffs, and I will probably do it up until the Stanley Cup. Once we get to the 2 teams in the Stanley Cup, my rankings are probably going to stop. I will plan on trying to do some Stanley Cup videos, our finals videos, as we move there. I want to expand the BlueNote Fan Report to include more than just the Blues, to include the world of the NHL. I want to bring more fans into it. I want you to bring more fans into it. But one thing I want to talk about before I go, and I'm getting a little on the edge of being too long, I want this BlueNote Fan Report to not be a regurgitation of the NHL Network. I want it to be my view on the world of the NHL, a fan's view. A friend of mine says, you're a fan's fan and you speak fans' language. Well, that's what I want to continue to do, and I hope that that's what you're getting from me, is that fan's view. Now, there are guys out there that are going out and, telling their perspective and what's going on in the league based on what the news that comes out and all that. You know what? That's fine. I watch him. The hockey guy, Grav, I'm sorry, I don't want to say your last name wrong, buddy. I do know you watch these, and I know we've been talking on Twitter, so you know who I am, and you can tell me how to say it right later. What you guys do is great. I really like it. There's 1 or 2 others, but you guys are my top 2 favorites. I want to be a little different, so that's what the BlueNote Fan Report is. Thinking about making it the BlueNote Hockey Report. Don't know yet. You guys got to tell me what you think about that. Now, this is usually where I would do the about the fan segment, and I actually do have one, but I want to keep these videos between 11 and 12 minutes, and this one's probably just a little bit longer than that. So I'm going to put the about the fan in a special segment later. So for now, I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, and I'll see you on the next BlueNote Fan Report. Oh, Mr. Jeremy.
Go marching in, oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, I want to be in that number when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching in. Oh, when the Blues go marching